All right, now what we're going to look at in Figma today is called components. And this is not really the assignment that you're looking at right now, but I want to show you the idea behind components. Let's imagine, you have to pretend with me for a minute that you're working on some kind of phone app, I don't know, for something, and it's got a whole bunch of screens. Like in this example, I have 12 screens that I've just real quickly built. And let's say that every screen has this navigation button on it. It's an arrow. And so I've got the arrows on all 12 of the screens right here. And then somebody comes along and says something like, you know what? I think that arrow would look a lot better if it was black. Or I think that arrow would look a lot better if it was like a dark green, or if it had a drop shadow, or if it had... And so I'm looking at it and I think, oh no. If I'm going to make a change on this, do I have to go change it 12 times? What a pain. That's where components come in Figma, and I'm going to show you. This one's kind of already done. Watch this. This little frame I have over here that says the parent. This is called the parent object, and all of these arrows on here are what are called its children. Watch this. If I double click the parent over here and I make a change in fill color, oh, did you just see what happened? I changed the parent over here on the left-hand side, and all of the children changed. And again, the thing that does for a designer is and I could do anything I wanted. I could, let's say I want to fill it with dark green, and I want to stroke it with white, and I want that stroke to be like 10, boom, and I want to add a drop shadow. Right? I want to add a drop shadow, and I want I want a 5 and a 5, and I want a 50% opacity. And all right, so now if you're looking at those, I made these changes to the parent, and all of the what are called, this is just terminology, the parent, the children, the master, the whatever. All of these children over here inherited the changes that were made to the parent, the fill color, the stroke, the shadow. So how do you do that? How do you set it up that way so that you have this object that kind of controls the look of all the others? That's what we're going to look at today. So let me show you what I'm going to ask you to do. Okay, let's get to work here. I'm going to go back here, and this is all, by the way, it's all on the handout like always. Everything that I'm about to do is on the handout that I have posted on Google Classroom. So if you have to be away from class today, and just take this video in sections here. Here, I'll tell you what. Let's just do this first. Let's get the thing started. All right, so I'm going to go back over here to Figma, new design file. I'm going to hit a refresh on that one time. I bet it'll pop up. I'm going to name it up here at the top, so just maybe components, and I'm going to call this components movie since that's what I'm doing. All right. Now I'm going to take the frame tool, and this time today I want to come over here to the right. I want to use like a phone size. I want to pretend that we're making an app for a phone. So I think I'll just use an iPhone 8. You could use I'll use an iPhone SE, and you could use anything over here. All right, so I clicked iPhone SE. Now I'm going to do it 2 more times. I'll take the frame tool, iPhone SE, take the frame tool again, I'll click iPhone SE. You can hold the space bar down and drag these over to kind of get them centered up. Let's go back and look at our handout here. I just used the frame tool to draw 3 frames. Okay, now we're going to fill the frames. Okay, well, so let's hop over here, and you can fill them. We've done some work with filling. You can fill them any way you want. Whatever you decide to do is okay. Maybe I'll use kind of a green color on mine. But you could use a gradient, right? Remember gradients? You could do whatever you want to do. All right, so I'm going to go to the next frame. I'll drop the fill, and I'm going to use that same green color down here. I'll go to the fill on the third one, use that same green color, and that part's done, right? So I have created 3, I did iPhone SE sized frames, and I filled them with green. Okay. All right, so that's all done. Now it says here, let's label the frames. We're going to use some text, and I'm just going to put a 1 and a 2 and a 3 on there. Right? Nothing fancy. So let's take the type tool. I'll click on here. I'm going to put a 1 on there, and let's get that selected. Now let's make it big. right? Like, let's make it nice and big. And, you know, maybe I'm going to fill that with black and go get, do whatever you want with font, right? If you want to kind of, I don't know, grade vibes. Oh, I don't really like that. Sorry. I didn't know what I was picking. Okay, great. There we go. All right, so I'll go with that. That's a 1. And I'm going to do the whole alt drag thing and bring this over and make it 2. And then I'm going to make sure that's selected and do the whole alt drag thing and make sure that's a 3. All right, so when I say label the frames, that's all I mean. Take some text and just label them, right? So we know which one's which. 1, 2, 3. Good enough. Okay, so far, 1, 2, 3 frames. Fill them. Label them. Nothing hard so far. Let's go back and look at the handout. All right, scroll this down. Now, I'm going to make another little frame off to the side where I can create my parent object. My parent, I'll show you. I'm going to ask you to make a left arrow and a right arrow. Create a left arrow and a right arrow. Now, I suggest you do this with the pen tool in Figma, and I'll show you how. All right, so first of all, I'm just going to take the frame tool and just make I'm just dragging that one out. It doesn't have to be any certain size. I'm just giving myself a spot to work over here. And I'm going to tap P for the pen tool. And I want a right arrow, so I'm just going to click. And if you go kind of slow, it'll help you line things up. And they don't, you know, they don't have to be super perfect here. Every time you see one of those little circles, that means I'm clicking the mouse, right? Go back to where you started and click to close it, and then come up here to the upper left side and say done. Yay. Okay, so I want a right arrow and a left arrow. Okay. Now, I'm not really going to build both of them because I'll show you what I'm going to do. Now, to begin with, do whatever you feel like you want to do to start with here. Like, maybe I'll fill this with white to begin with, and I'll stroke it with black, but I'll make the stroke like 10. That's a little thick. Sorry, I'm going to back that down some. I'll go like, and even that's a little thick. Maybe I'll go 5. All right, so that's good. That's all right. So I made a right arrow with the pen tool. Okay, now I'm going to alt drag this to make a copy. Then right up here on this rotation thing, I think it's going to be minus 90. Let's find out. Nah. Oh no, silly. That was silly. It's 180. I'm going to turn it at 180 degrees. I want it to point the other way. Okay, great. There it is. And that's what I want you to make. It doesn't have to be like perfect. I just want a right arrow and a left arrow. Make some kind of right arrow and left arrow. Manage it somehow. I suggest the pen tool. I think that's a great way to do it. But make it however you feel like you can make it. Right arrow and a left arrow. All right. Now this is where we're getting into we're coming down the home stretch on this. This is where we're getting into the components, the parent. These are parents. These are going to be parents over here. This right arrow and this left arrow. These are going to be the parents. Okay. We're going to have one that's left and one that's right. Okay. So I'm going to select this one. That's the left arrow. And I'm going to come up here to the middle top and click this 4 diamond icon up here. It says create component. Okay, it doesn't look like much of anything happened, but it did. You got to trust me. Now I'm going to select this one. And I'm going to come up and do the same thing. I'm going to come up here to the middle and I'm going to create component. Now when you create component, that makes them like parent objects. Okay. Now over here on the left-hand side, we can see all of our frames listed here. I can see frame 1 is just that area where I just drew my arrows. The iPhone SE sized frames are listed here, number 1, 2, and 3. Those are my phone screens, and they have text on them that says 1, 2, 3, right? I'm going to do this. Right now this is selected, and you can tell that this thing is a component. And folks, when I grade this, I'm going to be looking for this right here. If you don't actually create a component, you didn't do the assignment right, and you don't get the points. And the way I'm going to know is right here, that little icon, right now it just says vector 1. It has 4 diamonds on it because I clicked that icon, that create component icon. Now I'm going to double click right there, and instead of saying vector 1, that is my right arrow. Okay, this is over on the left hand side on the layer panel. On vector 2, that's my left arrow. So I'm going to double click. I'm going to name it left arrow. Okay, cool. We're really almost done. We really are. Okay, now here's the next thing. Right here, this is upper left-hand side, you see layers and assets. When I created those components, I'm going to open up this frame number 1 right here. When I created those components, it put that left arrow, right arrow, those are in there. Okay, these are components. And now what I'm going to do, I want one of each of those on every page out here. I want a left and a right arrow on every page. I want you to do that too. And it's drag and drop, folks. I'll just drag this out and drop it. And I'll drag one out and drop it on here. You can put them, I guess you can put them wherever you want. I'm going to put them down at the bottom. So I'm going to do the right arrows like that. And then I'm going to drag out the left arrows like this. All right. And you know, if you want to, you could use the alignment buttons that we had a lesson about alignment. So you could use the alignment buttons to make sure they're kind of nice and centered on each other. If that kind of thing floats your boat, and I might even select my text objects and kind of align those as well. All right, yay. So now these, because I dragged these out, these ones that are on the green screens here, because I dragged them out, they would be considered children. The parents are over here. Now actually the official name for them is instances. They're instances of components, but I like to call them parent and child because of that whole thing where if I change a parent, it changes the child. All right. I can prove that to you if you want me to. Do you want me to? If I double click on this over here and I say, yeah, fill that with red, or I stroked it with red. So look, I stroked the left arrow with red, and look, all the child objects changed because they're dependent on the parent. That's how it works, right? I'm going to put it back to black because I don't really want that, but I could come up here and say, let's fill it with, I don't know, let's fill it with blue. Boom. Well, all right, so look what happened. I changed the parent, and so all the children changed. Now, I think I'm going to stick it back to white for right now, but I'm just showing you how this works. Okay, now, the only other thing you got to do today is this. We're going to get more and more into this navigation thing, so we've got to get it into our brains. So here's what I'm going to do now. This is the final thing. I'm going to come up here to the design, up here on the top right where it says design, it says prototype right now. We've done this before, but I want you to do it on this assignment. So I'm going to come up here to prototype, and I'm just going to take on the screens here. We're not going to do anything to the parents, but the children are going to be, like the arrows are going to be connected to a place. So any right arrow should go to the next screen. Any left arrow should go to the previous screen. All right, so like this right arrow right here should connect to here. And this right arrow, you just take that circle, it's the pick whip, and connect it. Oh gosh, now what am I going to do with that? What's the next place for that to go? Back to screen 1. Connect it back to here. All right, let's do the left arrows. This one, it should go from 3 to 2. It should go from 2 to 1. Uh-oh, what's the previous do on 1? Well, it goes to 3. So when all my arrows are in there, they're going to kind of look like that. If I want to see it in action, I can come up here in the upper right and hit the play button. Give it a second to load the prototype. And this isn't going to be a swiping thing. This is on a computer. This is going to be a clicking thing. So if I click, oh, yep, worked, click, yep, worked, click. So if I hit the right arrow, it should go forward to 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. If I hit the left arrow, it ought to go kind of backwards. 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. It's working. This is it, right? But I'm going to say one more time before I wrap this up. I'm going to close that preview, that prototype screen here. When I am looking at your layer panel, I am going to be looking for like these diamond things here, right? You have to create these components like I showed. I demonstrated how to do it. And if you don't do that, no points. That's the whole point of the assignment. That's the whole assignment here. There's other things you have to do, but that's the idea behind the assignment, to make these parent objects so that if you wanted to, you could come along and make a change on a parent and it would change the children. Like I just did, right? I changed the right arrow to a red fill, and bingo, look, the children changed as well. All right, that's it. End of movie. Time to work. Let's go.